Talkshow. How are you? My name is Nicholas Ganger, and any way you slice it, I'm going to dice it for you today, March 5th, a beautiful Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Welcome to the show where you can find me streaming live Monday through Friday here on my Facebook channel and YouTube channel, Conquering Hill. You can find the replay on Spotify and YouTube. So, welcome to the show. I appreciate you taking the time for a listen. So, today I want to talk about where are you going? Where are you going? Not only in a physical sense, um, well, you're traveling somewhere or you have this great vacation plan, but actually where you're going with your life, the decisions that you are currently making, and the habits and discipline that is going to be required for you to get exactly where you want to go. Because we all think back when we were younger, we look at someone, we thought to ourselves, well, that person isn't going anywhere. They're stuck. They're in this horrible spiral of addiction and just wasting their life away. And we don't want to become that. They're stuck in that small place, that small town throughout their whole life, and they got nothing to live for, right? They can't get out of that rut. For whatever reason, they just can't seem to find to get out of their comfort zone, to go somewhere, to move along, to be something and be someone and actually live a life of purpose. So the question is where are you going? What are you doing to get there? Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years and 10 years? No matter how old you are, what do you see that you can become? What can you accomplish? What can you create in this time frame? Because we only have so much time. I discussed this many times. Like, we only have so much time. There's nothing guaranteed. So you want to ask yourself, where are you going? And what are you going to do about it? Because we all want to do certain things in life, and we all want to maybe, be great at this and become, the become this very successful business person, or you want to create something that's magical, that's people can remember. You want to be famous, you want the status, you want to be rich, you want all these things. But sometimes it takes a whole lot of hard work to get there, and that scares a lot of people away. Many times, that's a key factor where people feel like, what, this isn't for me because I'm gonna have to work my ass off, and I'm not ready to do that. And so certain people, for whatever reason, they just don't want to put that time in. So you can't be afraid of a little bit of hard work, a little blood, sweat, and tears along the way, because in the end, that process is who you become as a person, as a human being. What you're willing to endure, learn, and put forth, that creates who you are, in your mind, body, and soul. So don't be afraid of going that extra mile, putting that extra work in. Is going to pay off, right? Maybe not in that, maybe not instantaneously, maybe not that particular day, um, but in the long run, if you keep coming back again and again, coming back with a little bit more, putting that extra time and waking up a little bit earlier or staying a little bit late at your job just to finish a project, to do things the right way, it will pay off. It will pay off. So you do not shy away from that extra work, because it doesn't matter if someone else isn't watching you, if you're not getting that recognition or you're not getting that raise uh, and salary right away. It doesn't matter. Okay. You're putting that positive energy out there. You're putting your best effort forward, and that matters. So, not just in that aspect of life, if you're doing that in all realms of your life on a day to day basis, you create great momentum. You create, it's your culture, it's who you are and what you stand for. And that's something to speak of, and that's something to be proud of. So, laying the groundwork every single day of who you are and what you want to become, that will decide where you are actually going in life, right? Um, because sometimes we all have this idea of what we want to become, what we want to do, and for whatever reason, we sometimes we don't reach those heights. But if you aim, right, what was it saying? Shoot for the stars, and maybe you'll end up in the moon, or shoot for the moon, you'll end up in the stars, something along those lines, right? So if you aim really high, that's it's okay if you don't maybe reach it, but you're gonna still reach a great height where you'll be proud of yourself, right? I'll paraphrase Michelangelo's um, famous quote. I think I have it painted somewhere in the Soursop Hostel. The greatest threat to a human being is not that they aim so high and they fail, is that they aim so low and they hit. So don't be satisfied with just being a normal version of yourself, or just having a normal 9 to 5. Go for it, shoot for those stars, and really try to become something that's great and live your best life, right? So something to think about. Where are you going? What are you trying to accomplish here? Who do you want to become? Right. So these are all things that were asked at a young age, as we're going through high school, through college. Like, what do you want to learn? What do you want to become? What kind of career do you want to have? And sometimes we don't have all those answers because at certain points we never thought about it, or we, for whatever reason, we didn't think we were capable enough, or smart enough, or creative enough, or strong enough. We didn't have that DNA to become who we dreamed about for whatever reason. If it was external voices telling us you couldn't accomplish that, you couldn't become that, or we're just self-doubt and our self-esteem wasn't strong enough to chase our goals and dreams. So we allowed that to you know seep into our mind and kind of grow like a little bush or a weed, and we just crowded out all these great ideas that we had, what we want to do with our life. But for whatever reason, we were content with what we did have at the particular time, and we kind of just floated along. And then at certain times in our lives, we wasted time, and that that is life. Sometimes we think we have so much time in this world when we don't really actually have all of that time, right? We take certain things for granted in life, and we think, oh, we'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next week, I'll do it later, instead of taking action, taking life by its horns and going for it, and not taking things for granted, because we don't want to do that. That's not why we're here. So where are you going? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That 5 year plan. And I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, 40 years old. Where am I going to be at 45 years old? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I better have my beach house by the time I'm 45, right? That's a goal of mine. Have a nice little piece of property down in Panama on the ocean view, and yeah, that's a goal of mine. I hope I have that one day. It's something I work towards while I'm here and save up. And but that it's not just about myself too. It's where do I see my children, right? We always want our children to be successful and become, great at what they do and live a happy life and a prosperous life. And we have that. And sometimes, you know, we put pressure on ourselves to, if they're not being successful, we try to, not say do everything for them, but we want them to learn, and we want them to fail, because if they don't fail, they're not going to learn. And if they don't fail and get back up again, we're not creating a strong human being. So thinking about, as much as we want them to be successful, we don't want them to see them hurt, or crying and in pain for whatever reason, depressed, all these emotions that we've all gone through. Um, we also, we want to protect our children, but we need them to feel certain things as well to, you know, grasp what life is really all about. So even though um, we might see ourselves in a certain place in 5 years, we want to see our children, far exceed where we were and what we've become. We want our children to run past us and become better than who we are, and live a great life. And that's natural evolution of a family, is what it should be, right? So, thinking about where we're going, think about where you want your children to go, what you want them to become, who kind of people are we trying to raise as parents as well. So the destination is ahead. We have it out there in our mind. The journey, the process is going to take a little bit of time, right? everything's like a now, give it to me now kind of world, right? That's the world we live in. Everything is like so fast, between the 24-hour news cycle to, you know, getting things done instantaneously on our phone, and, to be able to call someone up whenever we want. We're not sending, a letter by horse, by horse and buggy, by some carrier, it is right now. Email, everything, text, like everything has gone so fast. So the power of condensing, information and time very to a minute time period to get things done is very beneficial to us. So we want to take advantage of that time that we do have to become exactly what we're meant to be. So using, you know, our day to day discipline, uh, having some form of structure of what we want to do today, tomorrow, to kind of create those building blocks to exactly where we want to be. And we're gonna get knocked down along the way. We're gonna make some bad decisions along the way. We're going to fail along the way. But that is all part of the process. And when you get to exactly where you want to be, right? When you reach that point, when you reach that summit after you've climbed that work ladder, after you put all that time in studying to, to pass that exam, to pass that test, to get your license, whatever you're studying, all these things, it tastes that much sweeter because you put that work in, you worked your ass off to get exactly where you wanted to be. So take pride in that, and you will get exactly what you want out of this life. But you're gonna have to work hard. You're gonna have to come back again and again. You're gonna have to accept when you fail and take responsibility for that failure, learn from it, and move forward. Get knocked down, get back up, and move forward. So, where are you going? What do you want out of this life? Not even just where are you going, like I said before. I'm going on vacation next year. I'm going on vacation next month. Okay. Well, that vacation's gonna go by real fast. It's gonna be done and over with. And as great as that's gonna feel that particular time, because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be a nice chance to relax with family or friends. But where are you going? Where do you see yourself? You don't want to waste this opportunity in life to to leave a legacy behind. You don't want to waste this opportunity in life to become exactly what you want. You don't want to waste time, and all of a sudden you have these regrets later on in life and thinking like, why didn't I try this? Why didn't I, go for it when I had the chance? You're never going to get that time back. You're never going to have another opportunity like that at that particular time in your life, right? Um, Something to think about. You know, Sometimes we don't have these ideas. These ideas don't come to us on a daily basis, or sometimes it's something that does, and we automatically just push it away because we don't think we're capable enough to do it. For whatever reason, we think this idea is just too big. We couldn't. There's no way in hell I can do this by myself, right? Sometimes your dreams should scare the hell out of you, right? That your dreams should be so big that they scare the living crap out of you. And that's very important because if they're so big and they scare the hell out of you, you're on the right path. Because no matter what, if you work towards that particular dream or goal every single day, inch by inch, you know, fighting, um, crawling towards it, you will get there. You will accomplish that. You can have that. But the key is to never stop, just working towards it day after day. Because in the end, you will decide how far you go. In the end, you will decide if you make it there, if you reach that summit, if you can reach the point where you are successful and happy, that you are proud of yourself because you know how much work you put in. No one else. No one else did it for you. You did it. You might have had some help along the way, but you accomplished that goal. You accomplished that task. You created nothing out of thin air, all because you had the idea, the desire, to do something great, to become something great, something to be proud about, right? To leave that legacy while you are here on this earth. So, where are you going? What are you going to do to get there? It's gonna take some time, it's gonna take some hard work, but like I said, and I've many times, the journey is the best part. Because that's where true growth comes for you. Stepping out of your comfort zone sometimes can be a scary thing. That's when you actually become, a better person along the way. You learn more about yourself along the way. So don't shy away from that. It's your opportunity to do great things. So take advantage of that. Right? Every single day is another opportunity. Every single day there's an opportunity to do something great. Every single day is an opportunity to leave a footprint for those around you that you love. You know, becoming this a constant, role model for your children, for your peers. Doing things the right way. It might seem like an easy thing to do, but it's not always easy to make the right decision. It's not always easy to make the certain sacrifices. It's not always easy to lead by example, but it can be done. You can, you will, and you must. It can be done. So I want to thank you for joining me today here on the Conquering Hill Morning Talk Show and Podcast. I truly appreciate you taking the time um, out of your daily life to have a listen. Hopefully, I provide a little bit of inspiration, a little motivation for you. Please share the channel. Um, Simple question: where are you going? Where are you going in life? Because no matter how old you are, no matter where you are in your life, there's still a destination. There's still something great that you have within yourself to provide to this world, to contribute to this world. As Les Brown always says, you have greatness within you, and I believe you also do. So please go out there into this world today and live your best life. Thank you.